And we're back. And this is Lionel D. And we're back. And this is Lionel D. And we're back. And this is Lionel D. Right here at live at C3 Video. And of course, if you've been tuning in, you had a chance to hear some of the finest live music on the peninsula, courtesy of this group, these people that are with me right now, called the City of Industry. And this is the time where we have our interview segment called C3 Video Interviews Everyone. Okay, I'm going to speak with Darren first, and then Darren's going to introduce the rest of the fellows in the band. And of course, you know, in every C3 Video show, as I spoke with them, the drummer is always the butt of every joke. So we're going to think of some real good jokes.
We're going to try and make him the head of every joke this time.
Right.
So like kind of change it around there.
That's probably a little better. Darren, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. You know how it is here on a live show.
You bet. You bet. So are you enjoying the music?
Oh, I think the music is fantastic, and I'm really glad you guys could travel this distance to get down and share some experience with us.
You bet. We were averaging 75 miles an hour all the way down here. It was great. We loved it.
And on Bay Shore, that's pretty exceptional.
Yeah, well, it was 280, you know, so we were going for the scenic route this time.
Oh, I see. So you're cooling it out coming down.
You bet.
We're going to take a swim in the reservoir on the way home.
Yeah, Crystal Springs?
Yeah, of course.
Of course, yes. Can you introduce everyone?
Sure. This is Jackson Tuller, our bass player here.
Hello, Jackson.
On bass. Okay. And this is Dean, my brother, here on rhythm guitar.
Your
Dean.
brother?
That's right. Me and Dean are brothers, believe it or not.
Or not.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Ripley. So what's the band all about?
Oh, and back here, of course, this is the head of the joke.
The head of every joke.
The head of every joke. Doug Murdoch on
Doug Murdoch on skins in the back,
bet.
folks. All right. So that's the guy that pounds out that solid backbeat,
right.
huh? Yeah, fantastic.
And his Ludwigs.
And his Ludwigs, we'll say.
Doug and his Ludwigs.
And his Ludwigs.
You bet.
Didn't say lug nuts here.
No.
We can't say
Okay, he's the head of every joke
Can't say that on TV.
Oh, we just did, huh?
What the heck?
Tell me a bit about your group and how long you've been together.
We've been together for about 3 years in December. Me and Dean started the group and pulled in Jackson here. We had a drummer at one time. We lost him to Harvard Law School, and we're lucky enough to pick up Doug Murdoch on drums and his Ludwig set. So Doug entered the group at about, about May or so this year, and we've been playing around, you know, at the Berkeley Square and in San Francisco, all over the place.
We had an interesting gig opening for Jim Carroll, which was great because all the people came for. All the people came to hear poetry, so they all sat down right in front. You know, we're like, oh, God, how do you get these people to dance?
That must be great, though, to have everyone sit down in front of you and then watch them rise slowly.
But they did. You see, they came to see poetry. They were there with their berets, and they were there being very sophisticated with their Jim Carroll books, hoping they would get signed by Jim Carroll. And he bumped the act that was supposed to go on right before him, so we opened up for Jim Carroll. And of course, you know, when we tell people that, they think it's his band, but it was really his poetry.
It was the poetry that did it.
It was the poetry that did it. So it was kind of a mellow crowd, you know. But it was fun. It was a good time, and it was a packed house.
Fantastic. So, and that was at the Square.
That was at the fabulous Filipino Mabuhay Gardens on Broadway. It's a very interesting place. If you've ever
that's the correct name, right?
The fabulous Filipino Mabuhay Gardens.
It was the only audience that yelled out, "Play Dylan Thomas or James Joyce."
Yeah.
So it was the. Luckily, Dean knew some, so we were able to recite a few lines.
Quick transpositions.
Right.
Yeah, we asked them to hum the tune, but none of them could seem to remember.
None of them could comprehend that either, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Where are you going from here?
Well, from here we're off to play at Nightbreak on Haight Street in San Francisco, right down the street from the I-Beam, where you were at on Monday night.
That's right.
Yeah. And we're going to be playing there. It's Sunday, October 18th?
Yeah, that's
October
a week
18th?
from Sunday.
That's coming up soon, folks. A week from Sunday, you'll be able to see the City of Industry at the Nightbreak, right?
Yeah, and there's also a possibility, it's not confirmed yet, that we'll be playing at the Spartan Pub on Tuesday. It's not confirmed, but it's possible that we'll be doing
Sounds like the Spartan Pub is doing some real great things with local groups down there.
Yeah, that's what I hear. We hear a lot of good things about them. We just played Stanford recently too, and that was a kick.
Well, those are party cities, you know.
You know.
The Spartans and what's the Stanford people? What are they? The Mooseheads or something?
Cardinals.
The Cardinals. That's
Mooseheads, Cardinals,
the
and
Mooseheads.
the Heinekens. I don't know
the Heinekens,
whatever they are.
right. That's what they are. But anyway, you'll see a lot of those. You'll see a lot of those around, I'm sure, when you play those kinds of gigs.
That's right.
You guys, who is the inspiration for your group?
The inspiration? Actually, it's Jackson's mother that's the inspiration for the group. And we don't like
My mother taught all of us how to play instruments. She's really an incredible woman.
Actually, I think the inspiration's probably that we just like to play music, you know, and it's not like we have one band that we think, God, these guys are great. I know, these guys are going, God, he's answering seriously to this question, but But
Is it that musicians are not known to answer serious
no,
questions?
it's just that I'm a real serious kind of guy, and they kind of get tired of it. But we don't really have one inspiration.
Go ahead.
We don't have one inspiration. You know, we kind of, and I think we've evolved our own style. And we don't have one band that we really follow or really adore totally.
Except
sort
for
of our own
Casey and
thing.
the Sunshine Band. We really like them.
What was that song I used to? Come on, let's. Shake your. That's it. Shake your booty.
Boogie man, put on your boogie
That's
boogie
it.
shoes.
That's-
Yeah,
that's the
those
one.
are our faves. Them and the Partridge Family.
And Wild Cherry's pretty good too, you guys.
Yeah, right. But let's move on to some more serious things. I understand
all
that
right.
you play original music, and most
We
of the
do,
music that you
yeah.
played tonight was
Yeah,
all
it's
written
all
by
original.
members
That's
of the
right.
group, all involved, or is it one specific
Well,
person?
it sort of goes back and forth. Sometimes I'll bring in a song that's pretty much completely written, or sometimes just an idea, and we all work together on it.
What about the drummer? Does he work on anything but skins?
Well, Ted, why don't you tell us, Doug?
Well,
Can you? I guess I can stick the mic
I
back
kind of
there
just
and just
play
kind of.
along with what they come up with, you know, and I just try to put down a good beat to whatever they come up with musically. And
Great. That's enough. That's
about-
enough from the drummer. Okay. Well, I understand that the song that we're going to play, or you're going to play next, is your premiere song, and is this coming out on any vinyl or
Laser
tape?
disc. No,
On laser?
no, it's a.
Right now, it's going to be on TDK 30-minute cassette tape.
That's right.
That's coming out
TDK.
next.
But it's we're also probably going to have a song on a compilation that's coming out, so
Great.
we're looking
On
forward to that.
Slithering Disc Records. of all-
Slithering Disc Records. Let's say
Slithering
that.
Disc Records.
Slithering Disc
Three
Records.
times fast.
Well, let's make a
Slithering
quick lane change, as I always say here at C3V, the finest music show on the peninsula. And again, I want to thank you, young gentlemen, for coming down and sharing the evening with us here live on television. And let's get into it. What's the name of the song?
The name of this song is Like a Rockefeller.
Like a Rockefeller. Broke for the ladies and gentlemen, the city of industry and like a Rockefeller. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks.
Lay down that funky beat, Doug.
Money from the night, you better shine the china right. The guilty are in your mind, they will make you blind, you will pay on time. Gold and beads up to lift the veil, will the following mood prevail? May your investments never fail, and don't you spend your time in jail like a Rockefeller. Like a Rockefeller. Like a Rockefeller. There's a wad of cash. It's hidden underneath the bed. But don't hide it in your head. Don't tell your friends. They'll tell the feds. Gold and beads help to lift the veil. Will the following mood prevail? May your investments never fail. And don't you spend the time in jail like a Rockefeller. Like a Rockefeller. Rockefeller. You know you got that right. The paper in the wall tonight. You never lose your second sight, but your sight. You're breaking through the ozone layer. That's right. You're walking through the devil's lair. You got that right. lose your second sight with your sight. You're breaking through the ozone layer. That's right. You're walking through the devil's lair. That's right. Running through the wall tonight, tonight. You never lose your second sight with your sight. You're breaking through the ozone layer. That's right. You're walking through the devil's lair. Got that right.
Thing away. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the City of Industry, and it's one of their hot numbers. It's called Like a Rockefeller, and you're going to be hearing it on TDK tapes real soon, okay? Hey. And with that, I'm going to say good night, but I want you guys just to give me something mellow here, okay? Give me something to say good night on, all right?
Say good night.
Yeah, let me hear just a little something.
White collar, I think.
Yeah, just give me a little something to say good night on. And I'm gonna
rap over the top.
I'm gonna rap over this one, okay? Okay. They're gonna give me something to rap on. I'm gonna rap. I'm gonna do. As a matter of fact, there's a young fellow that's a mental health client that I work with that wrote the C3 video rap, and I have yet to debut it. So I think I'm gonna do it right now, okay?
All right.
Okay,
Let's do it. And we're gonna say good night, okay? All right. Thank you very much for tuning in. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in to C3V, the finest music video show on the peninsula. Yeah. That's Lionel D and C3V right here, live. Let's say good night. I'll see you next week, live right here